Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button for all different kinds of content, especially what we're going to be talking about today. And of course, don't just subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are the first to know when a new video comes out. Now, let me start by apologizing. I was supposed to do a video sooner just as a follow-up to the first sleep therapy video. However, we were planning a massive birthday party because little one turned 1, and also we all got sick at some point. So we just needed to recover and take that time. But I'm actually glad that we took so long because so many of you have been engaging. I've had people in my DMs with so many questions. So I'm going to try my best basically in this video today to bring you up to speed with where we are at and just share more detail on some of the things that we do with Mukokegi in terms of his sleep. Okay, so where are we with Mukokegi and sleep? When we did this first video, Mukokegi was around 11 months old. Now he has turned 1 year old. And something crazy happens when baby turns 1. They just suddenly develop so quickly, have a growth spurt, and inevitably routine kind of changes and adjusts, especially because the appetite changes. They need less food. They suddenly have more energy. They are mobile. And this means a little bit of a life adjustment. So Mukokegi is on a 2-nap cycle. He's still on a 2-nap cycle. His naps happen at around 9:30 in the morning and at 1:30 in the afternoon, with his bedtime still being 7 o'clock, meaning the bedtime routine starts at 6:30. So what have the past few weeks been like for us? Has he slept through the night every single night? Hell no! Why? Because he's human. Even me as an adult, I don't sleep through every night. And this is one of the first things that we need to be aware of as parents, is that just because we got baby sleep trained and we had some amazing nights, he's a human being. Sometimes he's not going to have great nights. Sometimes, and this happened maybe 2 weeks ago, he woke up in the middle of the night just screaming like he was having nightmares. We didn't know what it was, but he was absolutely hysterical. And you obviously need to pick him up and console him and get him settled and get him back to bed. And there are other nights when he sleeps at 7 o'clock and wakes up at 6:30 the next day, and we didn't hear a peep out of him the whole night. So just in terms of Mukokegi turning 1, Mukokegi turned 1, and then we all got sick. Between flus and respiratory infections, some people in the house also got COVID, which meant there was parts of isolation and parts of, change in routine. So because he was sick, also, he was teething, he had a temperature, he was not eating, he didn't want to eat, he would wake up quite a bit in the middle of the night. And the approach that you take, or let me say, the approach that I take, which is the advice that came from the sleep therapist, you as the mother or you as the parent will know your child. You will know what your child needs. It doesn't matter what any expert says, even when a doctor is telling you, well, symptoms this and this mean this for a child, you will always know as a parent if there's something wrong with your baby. So we first noticed, we had his party on the Saturday. He turned 1 the Thursday, had his party the Saturday, and there was a massive temperature drop in the evening. And I remember that evening where I started with a tingle in my throat and he had a little bit of a runny nose. He was screaming came bedtime. And what we did during his birthday party, we kept his routine. He had his naps. I know there was music blaring outside and he had his naps on time. It helps to have the blackout curtain so that the room is dark, and clearly the noise didn't really affect him. His cousin sister was here, Oradilwe. We brought the camp cot into here and they both napped in the morning and in the afternoon. Come evening time, he wasn't really keen on eating, but he eventually finished his food, which was not even the party food. Shame, he didn't even eat his own party food. He ate just his normal part soft food, veggies, a complex carb, and a protein. Maybe we should do a video about that as well. Birthday party and what we feed baby. Anyways, so at night, he just started seeming a little bit offish. He had his milk and he was in this room with my mom, and he was just struggling to fall asleep, and he was crying and he was cranky, and I came to cuddle with him, and then I stepped out briefly because we had people in the house to let them out. When I came back, he had just been vomiting so badly. So I was like, okay, little one's not well. We cannot give him any medication because now his stomach is empty. He went to sleep and he woke up a couple of times in the middle of the night. And what you do when your baby is sick, which is the same as what you do for yourself or should be doing for yourself when you're unwell, is giving yourself attention. So he needs mommy's cuddles, he needs mommy's hugs. In the middle of the night when he woke up, that's exactly what I gave him, is all the attention that he needed. What did it also mean is that we didn't stick to a schedule, because now we're like, you're not well, you're going to eat when you're hungry, you're going to sleep when you're sleepy. Yes, you use the schedule as a guide, but you will start to see, okay, baby didn't eat at this time, or baby didn't eat enough or finish his bottle. It affects the entire schedule. And that's when we sort of go into the go with the flow mode of a schedule. So a couple of days went by where this is the flow that we're in, is as and when things we needed, but we tried to do the bedtime still at 7 o'clock. Some nights, especially because he was on Calpol and some cough mixture, some nights he would sleep through because he's drugged. Other nights he would just keep waking up. And even on some nights, I would bring him into the bed so that he could get extra mommy cuddles and attention. And I think it's very important to share with all of you that, yes, while there are all these things that experts will tell you with regards to routine, schedules, what baby should eat, you will know when the moment is happening, what your baby needs. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Of course, any parenting tips, parenting questions, sleep therapy questions, I'm not an expert. I'm just a mom and a parent who's trying to go the woke route, try to marry science with all the things that I grew up with, that our moms taught us. But hopefully you can get some answers in this platform, on this platform, in this little community. Comment down below, send your questions. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell.